Continue to follow breaking story on an Upper East Side apartment building. 17 people, including 4 firefighters, hurt in a 3-alarm blaze that broke out in that building. Patricia Del Rio is live at the scene with the very latest. Patricia.
John, still an intense scene. We are here on 72nd Street. Behind me in the distance is 3rd Avenue, and you will see there continues to be quite a bit of fire department activity. Lots of fire trucks and ambulances here, although they're going to start moving things out and opening up some of these streets. We're going to get to that in a second. What I'd like to do is show you some of the video of this earlier when this got started. This is at 1237 3rd Avenue, a big 30-story residential apartment building right on the corner of 72nd and 3rd. Intense flames. This began around 5:30 this morning. This is what I want you to see. That is called State News. That is a Hallmark type store on the ground floor there, and it looks like the fire began in there. To the right of it is Grace's Supermarket. A lot of people know that supermarket. It's very popular here on the Upper East Side, and it looks like part of Grace's Supermarket burned as well, and it appears that the smoke from that fire down there on the first floor was working its way up to the building. A lot of the residents called 911 because they smelled smoke, but we want to clarify for you the difference between evacuation, mandatory evacuation, and people leaving voluntarily. Apparently, the fire department tells me they never made people evacuate. It seems that nobody on any of those floors was ever really in danger, but anytime people call and say they smell smoke, fire department people have to go up to those apartments and take a look. So a lot of people voluntarily evacuated, and that's how 13 civilians were injured with smoke inhalation, had to go to the hospital. 8 firefighters with smoke inhalation from battling that actual blaze. Many people became very frightened and ran out of their apartments in their underpants. We spoke to one guy, Jerry Yeager, who did just that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get them evacuated if we think they're in dire need of it. But something like this, when they self-evacuate, sometimes it could complicate things. When they go in the stairways and there's a heavy smoke in the stairways, it can make it worse for them.
Did anybody need assistance, like old people or children or anything? What did you see?
I didn't see any issues at all. No, I didn't see anything.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, it's
They're telling us it looks
not a nice way to wake up. Yeah.
They're telling us it looks... So you can certainly understand why people would get very frightened and evacuate, because they did see a lot of smoke, and that's your instinct to run out in whatever you've got on and get outside. Now, obviously, the fire is put out at this point. They are going to start to open up some of these streets. You can see cars starting to move behind me. That means here on 72nd, this is opened up, but we don't have full clarification just yet as to which streets are opening up first. The way we understood it, 3rd Avenue was shut down between 70 and 73, and then 71st and 72nd from 2nd to Lex, but it looks like they're slowly getting things open. We hope to have more information on that during the course of the broadcast. But again, the fire is out. Fire officials still here trying to figure out the cause, and nobody injured seriously. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Patricia, we heard earlier in one of your interviews with somebody who had to evacuate that the top floors might have actually just stayed occupied. People going in and out of that building, or if you're out of the building, you're not going to get back in?
Can you just repeat that 1 second? I had the booth talking in my ear at the same time. Say that again.
That's quite all right. Are people stranded on the street right now, or can they go in and out of that building?
No, everybody is allowed back inside at this point, and apparently there was some smoke going into some of the apartments on that floor that was right above that Hallmark store, but everybody is allowed back inside. There are some people who are at the hospital who did get caught up in a lot of the smoke and did have inhalation problems, but from what we're told, the apartments are all going to be fine, and it's really mainly that Hallmark type store that they are looking at.
All right, Patricia Del Rio live on the scene on the Upper East Side with that 3-alarm fire. Thank you for the update.